and Choruses, episode 2.
Week 2.
We're rolling.
But here again.
We got a lot to talk about as well this week as well. So
there's bit of music.
yeah, trust me.
Music.
I'm gonna jump straight in with Dave and
Okay, yeah, let's go there.
Stormzy's tune Clash. Yeah.
You know what? I liked it, but it did sound a bit lazy. Or not lazy. Yeah. It sounded a bit comfortable. Like it sounded like this is. It doesn't surprise me that this is where they've gone down sonically.
The whole thing, or just one side, as in Chip or
No. I'm just talking.
Dave.
Just Dave and Stormzy.
oh Dave or something.
Like their song that they dropped first, Clash. I felt like it was a bit like I'm really surprised at it.
I've got to the point where I feel like Dave, more so than Stormzy, is like the soundtrack to like Young London now.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So I appreciate it for what it is, and I feel like Dave pays attention to his production a lot more. So there's something that he trusts in how it's going to cut through, and it does cut through.
Yeah, like the song's cool. I do like it. I just feel like
I'm not gonna say because the thing
too-
is I'm
too
not gonna say I'm the
surprised.
biggest fan of the song either. Yeah. Because I'm not. Yeah. But I do appreciate it because I appreciate Dave. And I appreciate Stormzy, even though that's obviously what we're gonna move on to after talking about the song itself. Yeah, I like that they're flexing. Like it's just like, do your thing, man. You guys have put in the work to get
what
to
I liked was
where you are.
the whole like watch stuff.
Yeah.
I love the watch references. That's what made me. If the watch references wasn't in, I probably would have still said I liked it. Yeah. But that gassed me a bit about it, just because I've been learning, just understanding watches for a couple years now, and so I like that bit because you don't really hear that much in the UK. Especially there was very specific like models. Obviously they was at one point they was holding all their watches and stuff anyway. But
But wouldn't you say that that's just in a showing off thing?
yeah, it is.
Yeah, well,
But that's kind of what the whole song and video was
more
about.
than one. More than one.
Stormzy's addressed
In the
Yeah, well,
he's indirectly 2 lines in 2 songs.
yeah, when we'll get onto that.
yeah.
But just as like they're in Aston Martin factory. That's where all the Aston Martins are made around the world, and they got to make a video in there. Sick, like stunning. They're in places, innit? That's what they're showing. I hear that. Then obviously you got the watch bit. Then also they're both wearing LV. So it's supposed to be like flashy, innit? And I kind of appreciate it. Obviously that's kind of what, not even just our culture in the UK, but just hip hop. It's also based off. So, and because them two aren't always doing that. If that was just their forte all the time,
Yeah,
I think
get you.
I'll be like, okay, yeah, I hear that, but like Fredo, that's his thing. It's they're different. So yeah, I liked it though. I like the song. I like the video.
I do. I mean, I
Party
guess
look wavy.
because I'm not really into watches like that, rightfully or wrongfully so. It was just obviously like a flex, but at the same time, I'm like, flex, do your thing, man. Like you've worked, yeah.
I can appreciate.
But yeah, like I said, it wasn't necessarily my favorite from either.
That's the thing. To me, it just sounded a bit mundane.
But
Like,
do you know what?
Like,
do you know what it is as well? Though?
I'm not surprised that
I have to
they've
be
done
honest.
this.
I have to be honest because if I'm gonna talk about both Dave and Stormzy, I appreciated them when they just had a bit more fire in their belly. Yeah, but
Don't we
but we all
always,
do.
though?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I have to
always
get
love the
over that
Underdog, innit?
as a music listener or
We like
something
the
who
Underdog.
appreciates. Yeah. But it's not even that. Yeah, it's not about.
It kind of is though. Like that's why we like that.
Yeah.
Also, I get it. It's
I
the
guess
passion, it's
I'm
the-
not speaking to the term that you use.
fire,
I guess,
innit?
probably the underdog, because sorry.
Obviously, the underdog has like passion, fight, and you, especially as an artist or like an entertainer, you feel it, and that's what most of the time makes people like, oh yeah, I fuck with that. But then, yeah. What was you gonna say?
No. Do you know what it is? I was just more so speaking to the term underdog because I think where I'm at as somebody who appreciates music, I feel like anyway, I don't look at it being like I don't look at it in the sense where somebody's an underdog. If you're good, you're good. You just haven't had your time yet.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Some people just don't have their time.
Yeah.
Either how good
it doesn't. But in this day and age, I think that's all dependent on the creator. In my opinion.
Just what because of like socials and marketing
and what they're prepared
like
to do and how much they're prepared to learn.
Okay.
And how much of their time they're prepared to use.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
And I know
because you're always gonna get somewhere in it.
Yeah.
It may not be their level, Stormzy and Dave's level, but you're gonna get somewhere.
There's space.
You can live a life off it, basically. So,
I feel like now there's space. So I'm not looking at things in that sense anymore. I get what you're saying, but that's what I said. I'm also speaking to the term because I get where you was going in terms of when somebody's hungry and they want more for themselves and they're in a shit situation. They spit with, as an MC myself, I get it.
Yeah, with passion and stuff like that.
There's a bit more fire in your belly.
But then also, from the audience side, the audience love to see someone rise. And that's why I was saying about the underdogs. Like, and I can only really talk about the UK, but you even take away from like our culture, our music, hip-hop, grime, UK hip-hop, grime, stuff like that. Society in the UK love underdog.
Definitely.
I don't know why, but I feel like they do.
But yeah, all this. No. I was more so speaking to the idea that I have in whereby I enjoyed when Stormzy had somebody or something like it's almost like he had a reference point. So when he's some of those bars that he was coming out with in those different freestyles or music videos that he did, you kind of felt like there was a reference point. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to be honest, and I was going to kind of speak to that a little bit later.
When you saying you basically you like on the come up?
Yeah, I just said when they have more fire in their belly. As an MC,
then when do they have fire in their belly?
When shit happens.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What shit?
Because it's
I'm in no place to say.
It could be 10 years down the...
Any situation.
I'm in no place to say.
In a career and someone sends for them, boom, fire's in their belly. So it could be at any
dependent
time.
Because that's what we're going to get to that.
I'm saying what you're saying, like it could just come at any time rather than like more so as the underdog or like early stages of their career.
People say more money, more problems. Obviously, I feel like we're moving into an age now where people are paying attention to their predecessors, so they're not necessarily making the same mistakes that we see in a lot of these biopics on some of the biggest cultural artists we have in the world, like Ray Charles or whatever. Like we see the lifestyle and what it does to people.
Yeah.
So I feel like nowadays people make better decisions, but all the same, they do say more money, more problems. So I'm not saying you have to speak about your problems, and I'm not even saying that them two don't. Yeah. But I guess I'm also speaking about when something really cuts through. There's a fire in your... Because I recognize it as an MC myself. Yeah. Obviously what I would claim as an MC myself. And what I see in other artists. There's nothing wrong with, like I said, the flexing and you're comfortable. Like I said, I appreciate it, but it just doesn't, for me as... Like,
it don't do it for you.
Yeah, it doesn't cut through the same kind of way.
A person in the audience. It's not the same. Yeah, that's fair enough.
And I guess, so if we can move into it now, because I feel like, obviously, we've danced around it.
We're going to have to, man.
Yeah, we've danced around it for a while now. But at the same time, I feel like let's take up... The tune deserved us taking the drama and
away from it
for a second and just speaking to the tune specifically. But yeah, it would have obviously been great for Storms to respond. I ain't gonna lie, South London was really quiet. Yeah, it was really quiet. I feel like on the timeline, South London was really quiet.
When Chips dropped?
Yeah, when Chip responded.
think
Boy.
so. You know what? I don't understand.
I'm not even proud to say it, but I have to be honest. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush or
Do you know
lie.
what I don't understand is this a marketing ploy? Like in Stormzy's head, yeah? Is this a marketing ploy where he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna send, but I'm gonna do indirects just to keep this bubbling until things come out. Because he done this to help Dave's project. Because Dave's dropping a project soon. This is just the first single of it, yeah. So I always think, I wonder if he's just doing that. Because why would you do the subs? You know what it's gonna cause. When you write it, when you record it, when your video, you know what it's gonna cause, innit? So why do it, but then not just send for a man? It's weird. So then are you doing it as a market employer? What are you trying to do here?
I don't know.
What do you think he's doing?
I don't know, yeah. With the way that Chip has explained certain things and him having the career that he's had, I'm in no place to say that it was all Stormzy's decision to do what he did on that track. I don't know if Stormzy has handlers or not, yeah, but at the same time, considering the place he's at and the
so
way
you don't know if he could choose what bars he done in that song?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if he may have people in his corner that may tell him this is the best play to take, so just play it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be such a controlled thing. Like he can make a decision of his own.
Yeah, but he's always gonna have it's a business, innit? So he's always gonna have someone like above, especially he's signed. So there's gonna be someone above telling him, oh yeah, you should do this, you should try this, you should go down this road, try this marketing, blah blah blah. So yeah. It could be possible. Which first video?
Sorry, the video that was released of the footage of him
No, it was his house, but his someone, I think one of his cousins or something, maybe his manager, something like that, lives in the block that he lives in. Something along them lines. I can't even remember. But then if we're going on to, I'll be stopping.
No.
But then if we're going on to Chip's response, I feel like he was hitting with bars, yeah. The song was weak, I think. I loved how he came with I love the beat selection.
What? Chip?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it was like an old grime instrumental refix kind of. I can't remember how it goes now. I like that aspect of it. I think maybe because I've heard so much of Chip doing a song licking a man down.
Yeah.
That this one I was like, okay, yeah, you're hitting, but more time you're responding to well, that's the only option he's got, but he's responding to the video, innit? Like them lot song. So it kind of just, yeah. Like I liked a couple bars that you was firing with them, but that's kind of as far as it. Sonically, I didn't care for it really.
I hear you.
Go on. I saw the face. I don't know. What
Do you know what? Yeah.
It didn't gas me.
Nah, I hear you.
At all.
I wouldn't say that I was gassed, but I was, yeah, because again, as an MC, there's something in me that it's like, if you're ready as and when for somebody to say something the wrong way, Yeah,
how he dropped it on the same day and
played the game, and also dissect the situation. Chip is and this is, in fact, I remembered that I was gonna bring this to the pod. Yeah. At this point, and I've been thinking it for a while, but there's a part of me that didn't want to say it, and I'll be honest in saying that. Like, there's a part of me that didn't want to say it, and it's not even necessarily because at that stage I still didn't want to give. I didn't want to give Chip that credit, but I guess I was still kind of figuring it out. But Chip is our closest thing to Drake that we're gonna get for a while.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a strong statement. Man.
Yep. I'm jumping out there. With
I don't know if I don't think so. I don't think I can say that.
I would definitely have to say that. All of them are very talented. All three of them.
Definitely.
In question. But
I think they're all sick.
Not to say that this is even about Drake as such, but we're just using Drake as an example, as a benchmark, if you get what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. Nah. Do you know why?
I'll explain my case after, but go ahead.
He ain't got hits. And
you sure?
He does. I'm not saying he's never had a hit before. I'm not saying that.
Party. When party I keep.
He makes songs. He makes good songs. But on the level of Drake, no, he doesn't make hits the same way.
I said our closest thing.
Yeah, fair enough. I just couldn't. Do
you know the only other contender?
Why?
For me is Conan. That's the only other contender.
Why?
Conan.
Why? Why do you make that statement?
Because Conan sings more.
No, not Conan. Chip and
you're talking. Okay,
Chip and Drake. Like, why have you made that comparison?
Because
how did you get there?
When Chip is given a different tempo, a different format, a different vibe to lean on, he leans on it.
He don't do anything bad.
And it's not and again,
bad
one thing that I feel like, as much as some people kind of they kind of seem to skim along this point, in my opinion at least anyway. Crept, Conan, Chip, Cash, ads, gigs to some extent. I feel like them lot all grew up listening to, like us in that sense, like several different genres and enjoying several different genres. So yeah, we might have started in grime or started in rap, but when we got into the right kind of spaces around the right kind of producers, what were we gonna do? What we always enjoyed anyway. So I say that to say, when it comes to doing that the best, really and truly, Chip, Crept, Conan
doing what the best,
being versatile
in different, doing well in different genres.
Okay. doing well in different genres.
Okay.
If we're gonna take it there, because it seems like people seem to like really give Chip a hard time about it.
Yeah,
but
I can understand that.
And did the pop stuff or whatever. That's what the time was. It called for it at the time.
I can understand that.
I mean,
From when you said
we need to get past that.
From when obviously I asked the question, you said the different genres. I understand where you're coming from. I get it.
Closest thing to Drake, because Drake's done it and he's done it successfully.
He's done it well.
Like, and again, that's why I'm using him as a benchmark, just based on we've seen how him crossing over to different genres has definitely helped his fan base. But we've had people here that I feel like, in the same way as Canadians, grew up with different influences and different cultures.
Yeah.
Not to say America didn't, but I think America's just a bit more patriotic. They're more
they're in within themselves.
Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like they've started to venture out a lot more now. Again, social media definitely helps that.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of whether anyone, I don't care if anyone likes me saying this or not, but there's still a certain level of ignorance on their part. Yeah. And maybe even on ours. Like, I realised that in certain places, yeah.
Over here.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, there's better over here, man.
But yeah, we went off on a slight tangent there. We was going right back to
the Drake and
yeah, Chip. Yeah, that's it. It seems like there was some video that got posted on Link Up earlier on. I think it was today. Yeah, I believe. I can't remember who it was, and my bad for not remembering who the person's name is. Yeah, but he was basically saying that like Chip shouldn't at this stage in his career, he shouldn't be trying to war a man and shouldn't have time for that. He should be focused on like bigger projects and all this kind of other stuff. And I'm misquoting in places, so my apologies. But it seemed like it was the whole premise was, why are you even bothering? Like Stormzy's doing whatever he's doing. He's like, he's not taking it seriously. I'm sorry, yeah. There's so much parallels in this year, and I have to mind my mouth. But I'm not going to mind my mouth because it is what it is, yeah. As an MC, I'm going to get to it, yeah. Stormzy didn't pet or hesitate with Wiley.
Exactly. That's why I brought up that marketing question. Like, why are you sending subs, but you're not actually just doing a whole rhythm straight towards a man? And then but I think it's a marketing. I think it's marketing though. And when J Spades was calling him a backup dancer, he didn't go to J Spades wherever J Spades was. Yeah, I don't even remember.
He didn't do that. Yeah, he didn't. And I'm not. And it's not. And I'm not even. And again, that's not even a slack. I'm just trying to. Yeah. Well, or maybe not just Stormzy specifically, but Stormzy responded to it.
So who was he talking to? J Spades.
I'm assuming he was talking to this RC that was on stage with Ye.
Oh, okay.
At the Brit Awards.
Just tweeted or something. Yeah, it was the Brit.
Right. So my question is, how comes you didn't do that in that instance? Chip has not, and that's what Chip has been saying. So it's like Chip is just not. All Chip is doing as well. It's like he's not letting the system, and he's said it outright. And I don't know. I feel like at least I see it.
Stormzy knows who to go for.
Yeah. Huh?
He knows who to go for. He's not stupid. He can't go with Chip.
Because Chip's been in the game like that, but that's what he's been trying to say. He said it in Clash. It's like, blood, I was doing this when you lot was young G's.
Yeah, he's playing the game. He's bringing grime to what it used to be. That's what grime will before, like, appreciate.
Wait, who's playing the game? Chip or Stormzy?
Chip. He's playing the.
I think Stormzy's playing the game, bro.
He's playing the game.
Chip is just responding, isn't it?
Chip is playing the game. It's just a different game. It's just a different game.
I guess so.
That's all. It's just two different games.
Originated off of. We thought, like, appreciate all the tracks and everything. They're big. People's done big music, lovely music. You know, appreciate it all. But Chip's taking it back to radio when Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Mice.
Sets, isn't it?
Sets. People were clashing.
Lord of the Rings.
Sorry.
I thought that's what he said to you. I was like, no, I couldn't have been like.
But you see what I mean? He's taking it back to what grime, to some aspect, started on.
Yeah.
Which is the same as hip hop. Just calling out a reference. 8 Mile. Battle rapping. It is what you get me.
But again, they're playing two different games. Yeah. Stormzy is doing I'm gonna jab at you, yeah, because I don't have to take you seriously. Yeah, Chip, we all know who you are, but we all know who I am right now, yeah, and I'm good, so I don't actually have to worry about you because I don't think
it's help. He's thinking about the market side. Just because of how he disappears and then boom, he comes back. But now when he's coming back, he's doing a jab.
Yeah,
he's doing that just for a build up, for promo of his project. Because if he keeps on doing it, yeah, people's gonna be, when his album drops or like a mixtape or whatever it is project, people are gonna think, let's hear. Let me listen to see if he's sent the show.
There's a part of me that
he's probably going to at some point in the album or the project. The next one.
Yeah, you see, and
then he'll be in the blogs. And then that's going to help boost his streams, no?
Nah, I'm not going to lie, yeah. That's all cool and that, yeah, responding on the album, but again, this is just me as somebody who just loves the
But I'm
energy
saying I
of
think
this,
he'll do that if it's a
our scene.
marketing ploy, innit?
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm just saying somebody who appreciates him even is to be like, oh man, yeah, I'm not gonna be a bit
What's
like,
the
oh,
man?
Stormzy shit now because he didn't respond to shit.
Okay.
It's not. It's not. It doesn't have to be that because Stormzy's still cold in his own right. Yeah, like
he's a sick.
yeah, it does. It doesn't mean that like he's shit. It's just as somebody who appreciates the scene, and if things have to go that way, where it's like we split ways and somebody's got to say something, you've got to do it. There's a part of me, even as an MC, that's like, Rod, I never know. Somebody might decide they want to come for me, and while there's a part of me who feels like I could
come then.
yeah, do what I've got to do if it comes down to it. There's another part of me that's like, rah, if I'm gonna be real honest, if I don't know much about you and I don't care about you,
What's the point?
am I going out my way to find out stuff about you to send for you? Because what else am I gonna say about, oh, you're a shit MC, you're a dead MC? That's gonna get boring. I'm not gonna play myself and now feed into it, and when I don't have.
But then do you know what? Most of the time there's some.
It's a game.
Some sort
Like
of
I said, they're
story,
playing two
though.
different games. It's all
But
a
there's
game.
some sort of story most of the time behind, there's a background most of the time. It's not just like, I'm Stormzy and I'm just chilling there, and then someone just starts sending shots, and then it starts from there. It was only like Chip and Bugsy really where it happened like that. Off a total random.
Nah, there was more. Chip was going against the scene. He was going against Big Nasty. He was going after Saskilla.
6 MCs in one.
I'm not gonna even. I won't even go as far
But
as
those are
saying
people
that
that
he
he's
burned
known
them,
and that's
but
popular.
he stood his
I
ground.
wasn't talking about that.
He sent for like 5, 6 MCs.
Yeah.
Peppering him. He sent for at least 5, 6.
Oh yeah.
Once he peppered
But
them.
those are people that he knows. There's history. That's what I'm saying. But if there's no history,
But this is what I mean by he's playing.
it's not really
the
gonna
game.
happen.
Like, he brought grime back to what it, so to speak, kind of grew up on, what it started on. That's what I mean when I say he's playing the game and what it is.
And
yeah, they both know what they're doing.
Again, no pun intended,
They
but we
both
have
know
to
what
give
they're
him
doing.
his flowers because when he dropped Flowers and was it 10 Commandments or something? Was it 10 Commandments? I feel like it must have been.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And Flowers at the same time, he gave you a bit of rap, gave you a bit of grime. Yeah. And he even went as far as getting the videos right and he's let's just put the complete flex into the side. Still being able to produce a quality video, be responsive, and actually have bars, and have bars that are actually like you kind of have to sit there and go, he does have a point. People need to stop writing Chip off, yeah, where that's concerned. I don't think he's getting written off completely. I do think he gets his flowers to some extent, but and this is coming from somebody who used to. I wouldn't say I hated him because it wasn't even that. It was just like, oh, he's around my age and he's popping, and it's like I feel like I'm as sick as him. Why am I not? So it was like the easiest thing back then was to go for him because even on the Trouble on My Mind freestyle, I mentioned the bar about shaving a piece of bone off his forehead and that. Yeah.
That's what you said you was gonna do.
Yeah, because obviously I was making like a reference to how he got big headed, but obviously he's entitled to because he's the man. Yeah,
He's been doing bits for a long time. Bro.
I did say that because especially now, yeah, with social media, even if I didn't say it at some point, somebody would have got to that point and it'd have been something unnecessary, and it could still be even me saying it like this, but it's like,
What is what it is?
do you know what I mean? He was the guy. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And it didn't affect him. That was a poop in the wind, bruv. That's all that was. What I said was a poop in the wind. It didn't mean nothing. Where did it go? It didn't go nowhere. Where did it go?
You never know. Maybe you heard it. Actually, nah, probably not. If it wasn't like a full song, just this a Chip this, then yeah, you probably ain't heard it.
It don't matter. 2 songs has been released and Stormzy's done 2-line indirects. And Chip has been on some stuff.
But then, do you think he will ever respond though? Stormzy. Do you think Stormzy will
You
ever
just said
respond?
it though. It probably would on the album. Like he'll probably touch upon it.
But do you think he'll really respond on that? I don't think he'll really respond on that. I don't think he's gonna
He
respond.
may not, but he may will. That's all.
I think on the album it's gonna be more subs. or there's gonna be like a
Whether
song
it is or ain't,
that
it's all
loads of
okay.
blogs and that are gonna think that's the Chipmunk this. Chipmunk, you know. Chip this. I think.
For me, it will be. I'll appreciate it if it's cold. Yeah, I have to be honest, because if it's cold, it's cold. Like I like good music, yeah. But part of me just will feel like it's a bit late in the day. Chip's doing something else right now, and now you want to come for him. And the thing is, then the question becomes: is it a marketing ploy? Because you know that Chip he's prepared to respond within
do it from
24 hours.
Should have done it.
So if Chip is going to respond to something that you say,
even if it is an indirect, what's he gonna do when you drop something on the album?
he's still going to respond. I wouldn't be surprised if he
What's he
responds
gonna
to
do,
it.
Chip?
I mean, Chip could
Chip
decide.
always respond,
He could decide to
Chip always respond.
not like just not bother with it anymore. It's like, oh, bruv, I keep giving you smoke and you don't even like. You're trying to give me smoke when you're ready to get smoke. Like, as somebody who doesn't always force myself to finish a whole song in a day, or 2 days or a week, I don't necessarily want to be put under the pressure to have to strap a whole song for you within 24 hours. I got shit to do today.
And there's life to live.
Yeah.
Man.
And as much as I may even want to in certain instances, I might even have all the references in the world. But again, why is somebody who I evidently have some kind of problem with or disagreement with, why are they getting so much of my time? Like, like we have to always bring it back down to that. Like, let's not put money and attention and fame and clout or anything in. Bring that into the picture. Like somebody's time. Yeah.
I think at some point, if Stormzy just keeps doing subs, I think Chipmunk's gonna be like, well, fuck it. You're an idiot. You're not responding. You're a pussy. I'm done. And then they might just die like that. And then
they'll be friends
hopefully
again later,
not.
though. That's what I look forward to that. They'll be friends again.
The whole Jay-Z Nas event.
Yeah. Bruv.
All 20 years later and that.
They'll be fine. Most high spare life, yeah. They'll be fine.
That might be the first one that we get of like a Jay-Z Nas-esque kind of long beef, and then they
No, you lot need to step correct for a second, man.
I'm talking like 20 years.
No. Wait, I'll give you a reason for why I say that. Yeah, you know why you lot need to step correct? Because you know what would be that moment for us, Wiley and Dizzy.
That's a whole other episode.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. No, but you get what I'm saying now. Yeah, if we're talking about Jay-Z Nas, yeah, like you can't not to discredit Chip and Stormzy. I get what you were saying, not to take the point away, but what you just said there for a second, I was like, no. You see, if even though, and this is not going to be the nicest thing to say either, I'm not 100% sure I might even enjoy a tune from Wiley and Dizzy together now.
Probably, you know.
But
they're wicked.
For what it's worth.
Now.
I would actually appreciate it all the same because it's them.
But I was more so meaning the deployment of when Jay-Z and Nas went at each other, and basically it was. I mean, I don't know if it was under conspiracy theorist talk or if it was what they actually did. The whole picture of them sitting at a table, say it was at a table, but they were sitting like how you two are just, and the picture was showing them laughing. And it was after they had released albums. In each other, so that's what I mean by when you say just a deployment of basic public entertainment. Are you doing this because you actually really do have a problem,
or are you trying to sell music?
Trying to sell music and just trying to be in the public eye. That's what I mean by deployment. I fully get you with the whole Dizzy Wiley thing. I get you, on the scale levels, but I just meant like the deployment of what they did with their albums and what is obviously going to follow, innit? People follow doing other things because it works.
I don't know. I mean,
marketing always works, bro.
Yeah, so one way or the next.
It's always gonna bang. Just depends on the level, innit?
Yeah, I mean, all I know is they'll be cool again. Chip and Stormzy will be cool again. Yeah. They'll be cool again.
Did you see the texts in that though?
Yeah, but again, they'll be fine. Yeah. I don't think it matters a great deal. Stormzy's rich. Yeah, whether or not he'll show up to your house or not, he's rich, so he doesn't necessarily have to do that. And Chip is cool. Yeah, based upon what Chip gives us, he's fine. Like he's okay. He's comfortable. Yeah. So what's anybody really got to be?
It's music.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
And that's what really the basis of one pillar of grime is.
But hold on. That's what I guess I'm coming back to. That's where there's a part of me that I'm sure I mentioned it earlier. Wants Stormzy to respond. When Stormzy's ready to talk his crud,
he's got buzz.
He's ready to talk his crud. So it's like, why are you not now?
Yeah.
And to me, it only comes down to you're not prepared for what Chip can and probably will do to you.
He knows. That's what I was saying before. Like he knows what's gonna. That's why he's playing this sub thing. He can't. He knows he's gonna.
Nah, but you know,
I'm not saying he's gonna necessarily
because it's like sometimes you do have to just take the loss. Like, and he can't come out and just be like, oh yeah, no, Chip burnt me. I know you can't say that, but it's just like it's a bit like.
But he knows that going against Chip, he may lose. So I'm just thinking he's gonna think, let me. I don't know about this fit. Maybe he's trying, or maybe he's got a thing in the bag already, and he's got that prepared that's coming on the album. I don't know. But I'm definitely thinking this one might be a bit of a problem.
Well,
if it was most other people, I don't think he would care as much.
I feel like he must do. And again, there's nothing in me that's like faulting him for it. It just feels like a shame. And again, as a South Londoner, and when Stormzy's been ready, like when he's just ready to like actually get onto someone, I've appreciated it. Like the energy, the vim. Yeah. But it doesn't really feel like vim for Chip. And I guess as I said that, part of me was prepared to accept that he's just a bit like, but you're not actually bad though. So why do I even care?
You're saying Chip feels
like no, Stormzy.
Oh,
it's like, brother, I will come to your house. As rich as I am, I'll come to your house. Yeah, like don't get twisted. I'll still do that. So you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but say the wrong thing, and I'll every time I see you, it can be something
like what you said in the text.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So
what the beef was it really all about?
I don't know, but again, like I said earlier, yeah, and it's the levels are different, yeah, and I understand that, and obviously Duppy know for frighten, innit?
Exactly.
The energy wasn't the same, yeah, for Jay Spades. It obviously he responded, and we have to give him that. So like I don't want to come across like it's like I've caught. I don't have any emotion behind what anybody's done. I'm just looking at this as a music fan, but then
sparring
looking at the actions that
who's
people
gonna
take
win,
off the back of what seems like something that sparked as a music related beef, if that makes sense. Yeah. So if you didn't have that same energy for Jay Spades, why is Chip such an easy target? But Chip's not an easy target. He's not an easy target for a different reason. But you can play around with Chip a bit more. Yeah, but I like the fact that Chip, I like the fact that in my real world, Chip is not allowing none of it. He's not allowing none of it.
Like his road.
Yeah, he's like, you can do all of that, yeah, and the people, whoever else can be fooled by it if they want to be fooled by it. But I see the ploy, I get it. And remember, I was part of the system when you lot was used, brother. So I know you lot are dealing with some of the same people I was dealing with. I was around. So I know what they was telling me. So I can't begin to imagine. Well, I can imagine.
And that's why he was posting all them pictures on like.
There we go.
Sitting at the table and that. On
there we go. He was like, notice who's in the back or something along those lines. Yeah. you see what I'm saying? Chip,
all the
you can't. And like this is me, Rebel Simpson, putting respect, like real respect on Chip's name.
It's like you can't Jingle with Jingle.
Yeah, and it's like bro, not me.
I'm not saying he's a Jingle.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but it's like not me.
No,
I'm not the one. And that's not to say like I'm sure that maybe even Chip in his own right in places got a bit ahead of himself, maybe in places, and spoke up in places where maybe he shouldn't have, and maybe I missed it in places. Yeah. But again, he knows the game. Yeah, like he's been in it. He's been around these people. I don't know if maybe he had certain people telling him, yeah, no, don't respond to this, but respond to that, or respond on a tune, but don't do a diss track back to somebody.
No,
you get what I'm saying? So we don't know.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see, mate.
But we can. I feel like we should at this stage we should probably move on from that whole situation. But it was entertaining though. It was definitely entertaining.
Do you know what? I always love to see Chip in that zone though.
Yeah.
And I have to give props just because he dropped that within 24 hours. Within 24 hours of Dave and Stormzy dropping their thing, he dropped his thing. And it didn't lift me up off my seat, but I still thought that I was sick. So I liked it. I like both of them. I like both of the songs, man. I do like them.
Yeah.
Probably prefer Stormzy and Dave's one though. But it's,
honestly,
they're very different songs. That's why. Like sonically, it's a song in it, so it's always gonna work. But yeah. Did you listen to Snoh Alegra's thing?
Yeah. I did actually listen to Snoh Alehgra's album. Yeah.
Did you listen to Snoh Alehgra?
Oh yeah.
Temporary Highs in the Violet Skies. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that I got the name of the album. Yeah. Yeah. It's a cold name as well. I only like 2 songs on the album, to be honest with you, so far anyway. Yeah. And I feel like I've listened to the album through maybe 2.5, maybe 3 times. But there's 2 songs specifically that I really like on that album.
Yeah, about the same 2 and a bit times. Just over 2 times, because like I started listening to it the second time. And I was like, I went back to Think Staples. Remember I was saying like, it kept drawing me back. Yeah. I was surprised how much Tyler song features she had.
Yeah, the 2
there was 3, I think. I'm sure there's 3.
Or I feel like it was 2 features and maybe 1 production. Because I'm sure
I just saw the I saw on the name of it, innit?
Yeah, so there's 2 features.
Oh no, it's James Fauntleroy. That's it. That's who the other one was.
You see, I'm not even gonna.
Do you know when I saw the name, I was like, of course, Melly, bruv. Of course, Melly's gonna be interested. Cause I know you're a fan of it.
James Fauntleroy.
Oh, yeah, it was 2.
He pisses me off, bruv. That's all I gotta say. He pisses me off.
He's a problem. He is an absolute problem in this, and I don't know why. Maybe because he hasn't really made like hits. He don't really make songs that you're like, oh my God, this is sick.
He does.
Bare people need to listen to it.
He
makes amazing music, but do you know what I mean? Like he don't really make them smashes that go into that category.
I think it's because that kind of R&B for some reason isn't a smash to people.
Yeah. I hear them.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, like, and that's fine. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, it's not.
But in the class of that, like generic R&B, and it's always that group that go into the charts. Then he never really gets into that. He's more into like alternative R&B kind of.
I beg to differ.
Well, so what would you class him as? Class him in.
Just a creative person.
Yeah, man, that's so generic, bro. It's so general.
As far as music goes, a creative person, because yes, he does.
Creative person.
His R&B, the style of R&B that he can create and does create sometimes, that makes no sense. It can differ in terms of like the style and the feel. Yeah, the atmosphere that you get from the music that he makes. However, for me, when he does venture out, I guess in terms of how I consider it to be venturing out,
Yeah,
some
was
of it
gonna
I
say,
do
how
I do
long?
I do appreciate some
No,
of
how
it.
often
Yeah.
do you think he ventures out? Because I think most of his things, 90% are like, they might have like a general R&B sound, but they are not like Jasmine Sullivan or Summer Walker. Maybe not Jasmine Sullivan, but like Summer Walker, yeah. She is that in that box of like generic R&B music. And it works.
That's just her genre of music.
No,
Genre of
definitely.
music is just different.
But I'm just saying they're in two. I personally, how I look at them as artists, I just think they're different. Like, I think James Fontenoy's sick, but he's a bit alternative in terms of in the R&B sector.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
I think that's just due to
I love
consistency, of his own music, because he seems to be that featuring and writing for everyone.
But I mean, it still falls into the R&B category. It's just alternative.
Yeah.
R&B.
Yeah, but I think where this whole discussion, I think, kind of came off the back of whether that kind of R&B cuts through or not. Yeah, and that's
to like
the
charts and big numbers and that.
It does.
It doesn't, if we're going to look at the numbers, but for me, I'm always for the most part speaking to how it speaks to people and how it feels.
Exactly. Numbers don't mean anything. Numbers is just numbers.
But Slim,
it equates to more things though.
I get what you're saying, yeah, but again, this is where it does kind of come into things, because that might be play part in why an artist doesn't release music as much, because it's not necessarily making sense for them in their situation.
Which I agree.
So the reason why they may not cut through is because they're not having that tunnel vision. And I'm not saying that they should or they have to. Everybody's their own person. But I do understand how, and we see there's so much examples of it. When you just focus on doing what it is that you've got to do or want to do for yourself, the rest is history.
I agree.
But we can't take it away from somebody who's a bit like, do you know what? I've been busting my ass. I've been writing tunes for people, producing, like writing songs that I felt was a smash, and it's just not cutting through. What are we supposed to tell that person to do in that instance?
And I hear what you're saying. I agree with everything you said, but I was also basing it on, let's take the number game out of it. Let's just talk on the music itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes, I agree with what you said with all the numbers and everything. That is a major part and plays its play.
And he's doing amazing. I just would love to see more eyes towards him.
Yes,
And the more eyes towards him comes with numbers. So that's why I guess it all interlinks.
But from your point of view, R&B, alternative R&B, do you put them in the same box or are they two separate boxes? Because from what I'm hearing, you're putting them in two separate boxes. You're borderline putting them in the same box.
They are separate, but they go into the same box. They go into the R&B box, innit? But the R&B box has got 150 boxes in. So it goes into R&B.
In a bigger circle of all of them together, like it would fall into that bracket. It is still R&B.
100%.
Even though it's alternative, that's what I was more so me.
Okay, fair enough.
I understand the numbers, 100% agree with it. You know, if like you said, why is someone gonna keep releasing the same busting their ass, writing music for someone that they're giving it to, who's releasing the music that they want to release
and doing the madness with it.
Doing the madness with it, but they try to release it and it goes nowhere, and then they switch to do this next type of R&B music, and they blow. I get that, 100%.
Definitely.
What I'm saying is, it's still both R&B that will fall into the same box. That's what I was more so getting at.
I hear you.
And I think we kind of agree. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I guess.
Yeah, they do fall into the same box.
Do you both agree that it's still R&B?
I think people put it together, but if we're talking about creating a mood, yeah, setting a tone for whatever situation you're in, then you have to, I feel like anyway, you have to separate the R&B. You've got like the more acoustic, more ballad type R&B that's a bit more, I'm not even gonna say experimental because that's from my, I know that's only from my opinion. Yeah. R&B is broad in, because especially from its inception, in terms of the styles, many different styles R&B can present itself in.
It's just a bit different to what we've grown up knowing as R&B.
I've grown up on like slow jam, gospel-esque,
Kelly Price,
jazz, depressive, like the kind of the moody depressive. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So right. So they are different. Of course. Of course. But do. I'm again, like I said, where for me, setting a tone or creating a mood, if it's like a little kickback, we're flexing, like we're just chilling. There's like girls around or whatever, having a drink kind of thing. They might say, all right, I want to listen to Bashment. So then you start playing Bashment tunes or whatever, yeah. But if you know that there's but if you know, like, without going too far off, if you know that there's like a certain type of energy, like in the room, there's a different type of Bashment you're gonna play.
I feel you.
You see what I'm saying? So I just took it away, but I'm giving you an example of. Yeah, Bashment. We can have gunman Bashment, yeah, or we can have gunman in your wall, yeah, gunman in your wall, yeah, Bashment, yeah. we could do. You see it? So that's the kind of example. But they would example I'm giving.
Into which category?
R&B,
yes, but Slim, like I said,
we're not arguing.
Yeah, no, we're not.
No, we agree.
Because the way you were saying at the beginning, from what you were saying, it sounded like you was separating them into different.
No, we were just saying there's different genres in the genres.
Yeah, clarify that. So
that's what I was.
Yeah,
but before, because I haven't lost the trailer. It was going back. It was James Fauntleroy we was talking about, and then prior to that, Snoh Alegra's album. So we don't get too far carried away. But I've just realised that, like I said, with James Fauntleroy, just to wrap that up about him, he releases good music and he features and I think produces other people's songs really well. Like he makes the kind of R&B that I appreciate a lot. There's the 08, 09 Drake feel, but I'm not sure it was Drake. There's a part of me that's not even sure that was Drake. It could have been him.
That's a fair point.
Like, and others that were just that was in that space at that time. Like I can't. I'm not. See what I'm saying? Like the Party Next Door. Like there was something that was happening at that time.
And you have like a very similar vibe as well.
Yeah, and people have kind of just created off the back of that moving forward. Sorry. But yeah, Snoh Alehgra's album.
I don't really get her, you know. Like, I remember, for when I first heard about her, there was people was like, "Oh my god, she's amazing, she's sick." Yeah, she can sing wicked. Yeah,
agreed.
But when it comes to projects, there are songs here and there that I like, but when it comes to projects, I don't really feel it like that.
Yeah, really same. I've got songs that I like, but that's
this new album. I've listened to it twice, and I was listening to it on the way here actually, and I was like, "No, I need to give this a couple tries."
Yeah,
because I'm like that with music. I can't listen to an album once
straight away
and just be like, I like it or I don't like it. There's gonna be songs automatically I'm like, yeah, I like that and I like that, but as a project, I need to listen to it at least 5 times before you can decide. As a project, I like this or I like it 70%, 80% of it. That's how I work when it comes to projects and that.
I'm gonna give it a few more tries. I know for sure there's 2 songs I like, and those 2 songs are "In Your Eyes" and
Is
the
that
one
one
with James Fauntleroy, On My Mind. On My Mind is definitely
What's
my
in your
favourite.
eyes? Is that one by herself?
She isn't. There's somebody featuring on it, but I don't think they don't have their own verse or anything. So they just it's almost like it's a male background vocal in a sense,
Okay.
or support.
Sounding a bit sampley kind of.
No. He
Or like
he just sound like
ad-libs or
it's ad lib. Yeah, that's the correct term. Me of all people, a bloody artist, and I'm missing the term.
Yeah, I'll listen to that again. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple more tries.
But yeah, no, I really liked In Your Eyes.
Have you listened to other projects of hers?
Yeah,
Like the
I
older
didn't
ones?
listen to the last what's it?
It's
Those
like
feelings again. Or I believe it was.
something like that.
Something close
Those
to it.
feelings again.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was something.
I really love Situationship, but I feel like that was like everybody that
Was that on there?
instant, yeah, for her.
I think I did like that more than Temporary Highs or those feelings again.
Okay.
And then some older stuff, but I haven't listened to that.
I haven't really listened to the older stuff.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it. But she got 4 projects. Obviously, the one she dropped last week, Those Feelings, and then the other 2.
Okay. At some
Those
point,
feelings
I'll venture back because I tend to do that. I've been listening to a few different things though. Yeah. Recently, Styles P dropped an album, and just so we're doing this due diligence, it was called Ghosting. Yeah. There was a few bits in there, like I like the theme
Friday
of the project as well. Yeah,
he dropped it.
I like the theme of it as well. So like he's got skits on there where it's like it's almost like label representatives where they're saying, oh, you should do this, and we've got this meeting hooked up with this person.
He's from the
Blah, blah.
90s, early 2000s. So he has to have skits and interviews.
Yeah, no, but
it adds atmosphere. So I
liked it. He's got a tune called Hit Different on there. It's a tune to drive to, bruv. It's a tune to drive to. Yeah, shouts to Styles P, man. Yeah, he's been cold always.
No, I need to listen to. What's it called? What's
It's
that
called Ghosting.
Oh yeah, you said that, yeah.
Like Hit Different. There's 1 or 2 other tunes on there that I like, but Hit Different for me, yeah, had so much.
Does it sound like? What does it sound like sonically? Does it sound like old hip hop? You know, like he said about Jay-Z.
I could give you an example.
Or like, no, for like Dizzy and Wiley, for example, we might not necessarily like it now because what they might make might just be a bit dated. It might feel a bit dated, yeah. But this one isn't.
There's certain tunes that I like. It's hip hop, yeah. If you don't like it,
boom bap and that.
No, not necessarily.
Actually, well, he never done boom bap.
Yeah,
to be honest.
just hip hop, yeah. If you don't appreciate hip hop, like I guess in most of its forms, if not all of it, then you might not, appreciate the project as a whole. But for me, the type of hip hop that he chose still felt current and relevant. So there's like I said, there's a couple tunes on there that I'm like, I really like. I really like these tunes, as well as the skits. But yeah, I definitely recommend you give it a listen. Styles P, I don't feel like
to
he
my
always
library now before I forget.
He always seems to
Does that?
make music that cuts through. Yeah, and I appreciate that about Styles. Like, it's so easy to forget about these people because there's such like a new pool of artists all the time.
Oh yeah, there's so many. Everyone's
sometimes there's certain people you can't forget about them, bruv. I'm not really a Kodak Black fan like that, yeah, but I caught a song of his on this producer, it's Roundtree, I believe, is on Insta. I don't know if that's what his actual producer name is, but he's produced a few bits for Mostak.
English or American?
He's English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mostak, sorry, I'm gonna cut quickly. No, I was listening to back to back 100K Chip and Mostak.
I can't remember how that tune even goes. You know, I know that they've got that. It rings a bell, but I can't even remember how it goes.
Chip snaps on it. He absolutely snaps on it. Mostak, I do like him. He's he's quirky and like got a cheeky vibe to him. I like that. But yeah, that song, listen to it.
I'll go back.
You'll know it. It's from Snakes and Ladders.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back. I was, you know, funny enough, because of what we spoke about earlier, there's a part of me is like, did I really listen to the Snakes and Ladders project? Like, I feel like I listened to it, but it was probably like just a once through. I don't think I really listened to it properly when I did it.
Yeah,
it didn't come out that long ago.
I kind of didn't really. Do you know what happened? Yeah, randomly, I just remembered the bar of this song. I can't remember it now, but over 100K, I just remember the bar. But I feel like that was from me listening to the album and then ages after hearing it somewhere else, and then that just stayed in my mind because it's a bit kind of a poignant. But I can't remember it now, bro. Kind of fucked it, but
yeah, no, I'll go back and
I need to go back and listen to it as well.
I'll go back and listen. But the tune that I heard, on Roundtree's Insta was Feeling Peachy, from Kodak Black. Yeah. And I've been leaning to that tune recently, but I can't lie.
Kodak has his moments.
Yeah.
Like 100%. He's wavy at moments. He does some mad shit.
100%.
But he has his moments. At first, I was always like when he first came out, I was like, bro, why?
Yeah.
Why do people like this?
Yeah, I didn't get it either, to be honest.
But I can appreciate some things. Some like him and XXX, their song Something in Peace, Leave in Peace, something like that.
Okay.
That song's cold. Obviously it's old. It was on Kodak's album. But yeah, that song was good. But yeah, he's sometimes for me.
Yeah, same. But
I love it when he surprises me.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I definitely do like that. I thought that definitely deserved a shout because the tune it's just got I'll run it when we're.
You remember what it's called?
Yeah, it's Feeling Peachy.
Feeling Peachy.
I listened to Sneakbo's Jet Ski Wave 3 as well. Still, he dropped that. I believe that was last week Friday as well. To be honest, I do believe it was last week Friday. And I like track number 1 anyway. Wagwan with Back Row G. Yeah, that tune is just.
Oh yeah, and they got the video to it. And
obviously the sample in that tune as well. Yeah, for reasons I won't go into. Yeah.
What sample?
Obviously, someone I know. Yeah, it's not from a song I know necessarily, but I know someone else who's flipped the sample. Yeah, and the beat sounds absolutely cold.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah. Wagwan is cold. There's a few other tunes that like I could kind of lean to, but I wasn't spun by. But I think I need to listen again. I think there's a tune with Ard Ads here that was cold, but it's to be expected because Ard Ads is cold. And I also listened to Skrapz' Be Right Back as well. I actually got around to it. And I liked it for what it was, I liked it for what it was still.
But it's Skrapz.
It's Skrapz, yeah.
It was very typical Skrapz.
And I just like the way, I like the outro as well, yeah. I believe, was it George the Poet? My apologies if I got it wrong.
Oh yeah, it is George the Poet. I remember that one.
If I gotta go Joe, yeah. I like that. I really did like it.
Like I wonder if it was just a project that his management went through his hard drive, for example, and just got a couple songs together. I was like, all right, this is, as you jump on Joe, we're going to do a project talking about Joe. It works with his brand. It will always help marketing. I wonder if it was that or if it was he had it prepared before he went Joe, you know, or like he was working on it before he went Joe. He's probably working on the songs, but to be honest, it does kind of sound like him.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
It could have been that, but if it was a short time, then it could have been marketing, who knows?
Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs, but I feel like I heard, I don't know if it was a YouTube or whatever, but I heard mention of like, obviously it being a while, his case was going to take a while in it, so maybe he had time to put in his project for that specific reason, I don't know, but again, P Skrapz in it. the project was cool still. Yeah, like
just nothing to really rant and rave about too much.
yeah,
But I liked it.
yeah.
It was just typical Skrapz.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's a bit tedious sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, not even tedious, yeah, but a lot of the things sound the same.
I think it's more so just because Skrapz has the
His
like
style.
a relaxed style in it.
His style was much
So-
chill.
I guess you don't always feel like you're getting like a slightly different energy from Skrapz. It's kind of like he's recorded the tune. It's like put the next beat on. Recorded that. Put the next
And
beat on.
because the topic is very similar most of the time. Like, he stays in the borders, innit? And yeah, you just kind of.
But and again, that's the thing. It's like it's not everybody has to do that either. Yeah, like,
Definitely.
do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
they don't
everybody
have
has
to.
to.
It works
So I
for
think-
him. That's why I liked it.
Yeah.
It works, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold. I just like I wouldn't want to be held to any specific thing. If I want to try something at some point, I will. If I want to stay in my lane and do things my way, I'm going to do things my way because that's the way it works for me. You get me?
And it seemed as though it was a mixtape, and it felt like a mixtape. So I appreciate that. You know, I
Definitely.
didn't feel like it was an album or anything close to that. Like, even on their side, I don't think they meant to put it out as an album or nothing like that. I think it was just more so a mixtape.
Nah.
But yeah, I thought to it. What else came out this week? Was there any singles, like anything? Any singles that you heard?
BJ the Chicago Kid put something out, and
I ain't listened to BJ in long.
Yeah, do you know what you need to? You know, because there's one or two things that I found. Yeah,
like the last 5 years,
last
bruv.
couple
I ain't been
weeks,
listening
yeah.
to him.
And he's got some joints on. I can't. I'll find the project. Yeah, quickly. Yeah, it won't take me long. I found it, and there was bare tunes I liked.
And this is his project, yeah.
But there's bare features on this particular project, though. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that
That's what I was just gonna say, then, man.
1, 1, 2, 3 in it, or I don't know if he might not have. That might not be the way he said. It might be 11, 23. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's the song or that's the
yeah. This is
project?
2019. Yeah, I didn't hear
That's
this.
the project.
Yeah, it's an album.
Okay.
And he dropped a single, like I said the other day, called "Make You Feel Good."
You still
Quite
doing his
enjoyed.
thing.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I've been looking in different places for different stuff. There's an artist called Pip Millet or Malay. I don't know how to pronounce her surname, but I've caught a few joints of hers. Yeah, and she's like quite cold. She's got a tune with Gets called
Oh, so she English, yeah. That yeah was serious.
No, because the thing is, at the same time, it's like it reminds me that we've got
It's a bro. I'm loving it.
We've got
Done
it across the board. On our own.
We got options now, you know.
You know what I mean?
Artists that's blown. to
Imagine
artists
20
that's
years ago.
Underdogs to artists that's unsigned. There's so many artists in the UK now. It's not. You can't say, oh, it's unbelievable. It's a thing. It's a movement. It's nice.
Because if you think about it, 20 years ago, there wasn't a option really. Well, there was one or two, but
Exactly. So
there weren't many at all. And now there's just loads of options. So it's nice to see. Be able to hear different people's styles and stuff like that. Do you know who I thought about the other day? See, like I was saying that I ain't listened to BJ in probably about 5 years. I ain't really tuned into him like that. Dom Kennedy, I thought about the other day.
Yeah.
Because he dropped something, innit?
I did.
I don't know if it was a single or
I don't know if I might
but
have
he
come across
dropped
something recently. I don't know if it was with somebody else, but I feel like I
Maybe it
got
was
something recently.
Maybe a
Enough of
feature
him.
or something, but it made me think, do you know what? I used to love Don Kennedy.
I remember.
And then he just kind of disappeared off my horizon. Like I didn't go to keep up to date and find out what's happening and stuff like that. But I need to do that. Like, actually, I'm gonna
Shouts
do
to
that
my
now.
cousin as well. The pattern, yeah.
What they bust you on it?
No. Dom is just one of his favorites as well. Like we was talking about it the other day, and like there was just certain things that he was busting me on in terms of like their whole ethic and how they work. That you could that I could appreciate. But yeah, there's been quite a bit of music that came out the last week or so that there's been we've been able to get into as well.
Definitely. He dropped a project last year called Rap and Roll.
Okay.
Dom Kennedy.
I'm gonna give that a go still.
And then he dropped another one, also known as Hit Boy and Dom Kennedy.
Okay. And you know when Hit Boy touches something,
is a problem. Hit Boy is something. But yeah, no, he be dropping shit. And then everything else is at 2017, 2018. But I haven't even listened to that. So, Volume 2, 2018. Dom Kennedy was the thing. I need to get back into him. What else was I listening to this week? Let me go through my library.
The thing is, there's certain bits that I've gone to that are a bit older. Yeah. Dash. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I was telling you about it briefly because I always appreciated bits and pieces that I heard him on, but I've not really listened to any of his projects specifically, and he's cold as well. Another thing that I've been slapping a lot recently is Unknown T's Colours.
Freestyle.
Goodums, yeah.
Oh, I ain't heard that.
Bruv, it's cold.
I didn't even know about it.
It's cold, and for me, obviously the beat is always extremely important. The sound, I'm assuming from the melody, I'm almost certain it's the same sound from SL's tune, Tropical.
Okay. Yeah.
And Tropical.
I got on Tropical like last year, bruv. Like recent.
Tropical was
like realized, wow, bruv. This is an amazing song. It was only last year.
Tropical is fucking cold, but because of the sound of that same sound, like from the melody, I was like, this. I can appreciate that, for what it was, but then to hear it for it to remind me of SL's tune as well. It's like, this is sick. Like I can appreciate that.
Makes it a little bit more special, innit?
Yeah, it just reminds me of that. Like I don't know if there are other people like that, but I'm weird like that when it comes to music. There's just like I tend to appreciate things more when I know where it comes from, especially if I appreciate where it comes from as well.
It's nostalgia, isn't it?
There's that. There's definitely that too.
As a part to play. Did you listen to Brent Fires' thing with Drake?
With Drake, yeah. Like it's this I don't know. It might grow on me. Yeah, I wasn't spun.
I wasn't spun.
Yeah, and I appreciate both of them. I mean, Brent
better.
Brent doesn't
than Drake.
Spin me too often, but when he spins me, he spins me.
Yeah. He's not that sort of artist that will actually. No, he can do like as a song. He can spin a man. Not necessarily bars that. As a song,
like a banger. That's what I mean.
That's what I think his vibe. I think on that song, I felt more than Drake's. Because to me, it just sounded like Drake doing his vibey, flowy R&B, but it's rap kind of thing. He done it well, as he always does. Because that was the bag that I kind of got into with him. When I first started listening to him, I was like, that was his shit. But I prefer Brent on it. And Brent's cold.
I need to give the tune a go more. Like I listened to it a couple times and then I was like, alright.
The beat's cold, the production is sick on it. But yeah, both of them I like on it. That's probably more so Brent. But yeah, man, that was it.
Yeah. Trust, and I feel like we've covered we
covered topics. There was a few that
definitely.
we covered. I feel that.
And you know, it's funny. There's something that I noticed as well that I'm not going to mention now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone that watches this might pick it up. But if you do, drop it in the comment section. You get me? We always said, trial and error, and this thing is gonna get better and better. Because I enjoyed this. I don't know about you guys, but
it was cool. Yeah,
like I enjoyed myself.
It flowed.
Yeah,
we're making
even
it work.
Slim. He really got stuck in, didn't he?
Yeah, no, Slim was chatting.
Yeah.
That's the videographer, by the way, the man behind the camera.
Yeah.
But he was like,
You better get to know.
week 2 made him chat a bit more.
So yes, this is episode 2, Chords and Choruses.
At the
Again,
end,
we'll put the handles where the handles need to be.
everything's in the description.
Please give us feedback. Let us know how you felt about the episode. Like I said, if you noticed what I noticed, I don't know. I'll make you a t-shirt.
I don't even know what you noticed.
I'll make you a t-shirt. Yeah, you tell me what you want on the t-shirt, and I'll make it for you. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's a blooper. I'm joking. Yeah, I'll make you a t-shirt if you clock it, but it's not. It shouldn't be that big. So I might not. I'm lying. I'm joking. I actually will, legit. Yeah, because that'll prove that you really are like paying attention and giving us the feedback that.
Yeah, because I don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I have no idea.
And I'll have the explanation for why that is also.
Okay.
But yeah, look, shouts to everybody that's due to watch this. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. You're going to get these episodes regularly. Yeah.
Trying to be filming, recorded.
So artists, again, keep making pop music. Yeah, and I know it's easy for me to say. I shouldn't be saying that of all people. There'll be some new Rebel Simpson music coming soon. Don't worry about that. But we're not really here to plug my stuff. We're here to just appreciate the music. So
yeah, you can still plug.
You get me, yeah, but not too much. I don't want to get carried away.
Of course,
this is literally for just appreciating music for what it is, innit? You get me? But yeah, shouts to everyone, man. We're out of it, man. Love.
This is.